Yo, what's going on? What's going on? It is your boy Jay Davis. I am here with the incredible E. I call him my bro-in-law. Here with another episode of the 3% Show, where I feel that people will tell you 97% of their truth, and that sounds admirable and that's dope. However, the 3% unspoken most likely holds the most importance, the most joy, the most pain. It's basically the thing that drives you to be the person where you are in life and who you are in life. And that's what we're here to discuss. I believe in giving people a platform that have something to say and that needs a voice. Today I'm here with my brother-in-law E. How you doing today, brother?
Man, I'm fabulous, man. Can't complain. If I did, God be mad at me.
Already talking slow already. That's it. That's how we do in the Midwest. We chill. We do nothing but chill. Scoot up a little bit so you can get on that mic. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So the reason why I wanted to bring you on the show was number one, you do have a. I'm not going to say it's a project, but you have a calling that you're doing right now, and I think it's very important. I think it hits across the board for what men need. And let's just talk about the initiative that you're doing, and then I would like to dive more into who you are and your background. So you have the mic to introduce yourself.
Hey, they call me E from the Lou. Now I'm in Houston doing my thug thizzle. Just trying just trying to maintain, trying to keep my head above water, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. And how long have you been down here?
9 years now, man.
Okay, so you're originally from St. Louis.
Yeah.
Been here 9 years.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm gonna get into that, but first I'm gonna say I've attended one meeting as far as a group that he's about to speak on. The second one, I was feeling sick. I wasn't feeling my best. But if you can tell us about what you're starting from a grassroots kind of thing and why it's needed in your eyes. What gave you introduce what it is and then tell us what it's about.
What it is mental health, protecting your mental. Yeah, man. I started this because I've been watching too many of our brothers out here struggling
True.
mentally, man. We struggling, and how we gonna be kings if we don't know which direction to go?
Absolutely.
So it's like, man, let me help somebody else to help somebody else. So my saying is iron sharpen iron. So it's like, hey, man, let's go ahead and get this started.
Mm-hmm.
We never know what another man is going through, and what you might be going through. I probably already been through it.
That's actual, and it's not like it's something that we actually would think to reach out. Number one, pride, or you just didn't know. But on top of that, like you would never would think that you would get feedback back from it if you pose a question. You always want to hold it internally. We feel like we can hold things. Some men feel like we hold it in, we bottle it in, and then you have this explosion when really you just need a brother that you can actually feel safe to talk to.
Yeah, you need always a safe circle, man, to talk in. And like I say, protecting your mental, and then at the same time, when we sit down, we also keep each other accountable for our actions.
Oh, the group chat be popping. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, we have to stay accountable for, man, what we do, man. If there's no consequences to accountability, then life is just crazy, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, also, this mental journey that he's going on is Bible. I mean, it has a base. It has some Bible in it. It has God in it. So it's not just we getting together to say, you know what I'm saying. I attended my first meeting, and I mean, when I tell you from people like Thomas, from E, dealing with Craig, I mean, it wasn't a big group at Hello.
Right.
But it was good enough where I do remember their names.
Right.
Without having to say such and such. I mean, we had a young gentleman freshly married that was inquisitive, and it gave me hope and made me think about the youth more because they are asking why or how. And then we have vulnerable men who people would consider an uncle or an OG that actually was able to speak their piece and it stayed within the realm. But I just wanted to commend you on that. What brought you to this point? Was it like you said, you saw people going through things? Was it something God put on your heart? Was it something that personally affected you where you saw somebody else like, dang, that brother needed that outreach, or you felt that way?
No, man. Coming up, coming up in the inner city and
Where
running,
we from? The
right,
Midwest.
running the streets and stuff like that, man. And I just want to help. My
Yeah,
my whole focus is just, if I can't help I can't help everybody, but maybe I can help one.
absolutely. So let's get into that. You're originally from St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah,
All
north
right, so
side.
tell us about who you from. I mean, who you are as a person. How was it like growing up for you then? Then we're going to transition to what the last 9 years might have looked like for you and how you got here. Was it I'm tired or was God in it? So just give us a little bit of background about you. Silent
Um,
assassin. I call him a silent assassin. He's slow with words. He talks low with it, but he
man,
always has something to say.
nah, man. Growing up, projects, man.
Take your
Grew,
time.
grew up in the Murphy Blur, downtown St. Louis, man. So, you know, it was one of them things. Growing up, man. Growing up in the '80s and '90s.
Yeah. A lot of
Yeah,
obstacles.
right.
A
A lot of
lot of
obstacles,
obstacles.
neighborhoods not liking other neighborhoods.
Right.
So you step out your neighborhood, you get into a fight with folks you don't even know.
Right.
It's like
For whatever reasons,
for whatever
a
reason.
balance that was cashed in and made before you even got
Right,
here.
like man, I ain't even got that because I stay in the neighborhood now. I'm affiliated with them or whatever, man.
Yeah, yeah.
But growing up, man, just trying to help folks living life, man. Going through some things,
Mm-hmm.
going through things with life, with children and everything, man. So
Yeah. And I would agree because living in Kansas City, now by all means, I would say I was not a D boy. But when I tell you I was standing right next to the D boys, I knew how everything moved. I knew intricates. I knew a lot of things from being affiliated with friends. I will say that growing up in the Midwest back then, dealing with the crack era, dealing with
yeah,
the
yeah.
school era, dealing with real Crips and Bloods, and just survival, drive-bys, and things of that nature. It was a thing where it was a reason why you believed in God so much sometimes because you had so many T-shirts with your friends on there.
Right.
Even with the churches,
Yeah, man.
you just had different churches and properly being taught them more. So it was a different kind of vibe when we were trying to come up in that era.
Yeah, cause one of my little friends, man, that I grew up with, his stepdad set the house on fire and killed him.
Yeah,
So
different times, man, different era.
crazy.
But that's why I'm glad that you're starting this initiative because we didn't have people to talk to through
Nah,
there.
man.
You have not saying that everything was bad, and I love St. Louis. Give me some emos, give me a Peach Vest Pop, give me some Chinaman, and that's no disrespect, but give me some Chinaman, things of that nature. But we didn't have outlets like that. You have the church only, but the church didn't break down for the youth much.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? The man's groups. I was too young to be in a man's group.
Right.
Your initiative is broad.
Right.
You have so much going on.
Yeah, what I'm trying to do, man, I'm trying to include everybody, from the young teens to the old heads, man. Let's bring them all together because, we can teach the old heads not to go down the routes that we went down. So that's what I be trying to do, man. And also, like I say, it's a spiritual thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Spiritual got me up out the streets. I tell folks when people laugh and talk about the devil is this, no, the devil is real, bruh. I had a straight fight with the man, so I know he real. So
Absolutely. So when you say that, and you don't have to get in depth, but is it a situation where, and I never tell people you have to display everything, but I know within my senior year, going to my senior year, my play brother Moochie was killed.
mm-hmm.
And that messed me up. I didn't want to play basketball. A lot of times people don't know I got a scar on my wrist from, when I cut my wrist.
Right.
When I transferred to Leavenworth.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't work. Evidently, I still got my scar. However, I put a tape around it, only time I ever wore a wristband and continued to play because I did not have an outlet. I was literally screaming for help through music,
Mm-hmm.
but fearful to talk to my parents about this is how I feel. I can't tell my school counselor because she's going to tell my mother.
Right.
And in the movies, I'm in a straitjacket. So it's different events that took place to cause that inner trauma.
Yeah, you didn't feel safe.
I didn't feel safe. That's number one.
I mean, every time you learn who you talk to. and who you speak to, because everybody don't have your best interests at heart.
That's absolutely true. So living in St. Louis, you're getting older, you're experiencing life, kids come into play, life is taking place.
Right.
Was it a situation where, as you got over time, did you ever think that you would ever leave St. Louis, or what was the events leading up to you to say, hey, let's go ahead and it's time to go ahead and make a decision?
No, not to be honest with you, no, man. I never thought I was gonna be out of St. Louis. I thought,
Yeah.
that I was gonna be able to, live at home. But economy started crashing. Job I was working for 16 years, decided to say, okay, we gonna up and
Wow.
dismiss you. And it was like, okay, you got the opportunity to go somewhere else, but I'm going somewhere else to start over after I've been here for 16 years.
Right.
So I was like, man, if I'm going to start over, let me start over brand new, somewhere new. So,
And do you think that affected your coworkers? Because at 16 years, you basically have family. I didn't realize that watching other people have kids and watching these kids grow up, like you legitimately, your coworkers sometimes or your friends that you know there in passing are like friends and family. What type of thing do you think that might have done for the young ladies and men, but specifically for men who have these jobs and we're not able to say, hey, I'm not going to relocate, I'm going to stay home? Do you think that when the economy is crashing in certain cities where something is supposed to be booming, do you think that has a big effect on mental health in the community?
oh, yeah, that's definitely a mental health, man. That's a problem right there because, you know, especially as men, as kings, and as pro to be providers, that's a hard pill to swallow, especially when you sitting up here trying to provide for yourself, and then if you got kids and a family,
Yeah.
and they telling you, hey man, what you used to is out the window now.
Yeah. Just like that.
Now you got to start over. Right now, I'm like, bruh, I've been doing this for 16 years, and now you telling me I got to start over? Now I'm gonna be behind folks that just came out of training. No,
With that
man.
pay grade, though.
Right, you gonna get the pay, but I ain't gonna get that. I ain't gonna get the hours that I need.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, man, let me go somewhere where I got guaranteed money.
So did they offer Houston, or was it someplace that you had people here? What got you into Houston? Was it transferring with a job, or?
Nah, man, I ain't transferred to it with a job. I just went online, started putting in an application, and Houston was the first one to call me back.
Absolutely, because when I left, I never thought that I would be in Houston. I felt like I never belonged in Kansas City, and I love my city, but the way I carry myself, the way I think, what my interests are, I just love home, but home wasn't given for me. And, I prayed about that thing, and I was scared about that thing for a long time, and I just feel like God literally just flicked me. Like he had to push me off the cliff, because the day that I left, February 2nd, 2011, the very next day, they had that entire ice storm that shut down I-70 from St. Louis all the way to Wichita. So if I did not leave that night, I would never have been here. So I think God really, I always say it may not come when you want it, but it's on time. God never forgets what you pray for. We forget what we pray for.
Yeah. And I mean, my thing is, man, it was a hard task because, when I was in St. Louis, I was taking care of my mom when she was here. And, I had my son and kids and everything. So family, family is all there. So when I decided to up and leave, everybody looking like, wait a minute, hold on. Because I was the support.
Right. You were the
there.
rock.
I was the shoulder that they were standing on when I was there. Anytime they need me, hey, phone call away.
Yeah.
So now
that
I ain't
12-hour
no phone call.
drive, that 10. You better make it count.
Now I'm not around the corner no more.
Yeah.
So it was different with getting down here also, man. It was different getting down here because I'm a hustler. I dibble and dabble in everything from selling clothes to this, that, and I'm like, I don't have them connections no more.
Right.
So it's like, all right.
It had to be faith. It had to be God to get you here.
Oh yeah, man, I had to.
So this is interesting, and that's what I'm saying. So when you get here and Rob, and I'm sorry if I'm taking you down the street,
Oh
but
no, man,
I
you good?
want
You good?
I want you to be able to feel comfortable to get to what we're here to discuss, and it's discuss everything, not just what you have going on. I found myself that I did not know that I was in fight or flight mode for almost 10 years out of 15 years of being here.
Mm.
And I had no idea that my mind, my energy, my stress levels, I just got to make it every day. I have to make it because, like you said, I moved here by myself.
Right, right.
My mother has come to visit me 3 times. One of my sisters have officially came to visit me for the first time in 15 years, in August or July. Outside of that, my immediate family never came. Thank God I have friends that have come to visit, and a few of them moved down here. But I mean, can you explain for those who's listening that knows you back home in St. Louis, or even for the young people, the reason why I wanted to move was because in our area it's lovely, but it's dangerous and it's reckless. And I wish more for my people, and I wish more for everybody. But my move here, I wanted to show the younger kids, my nieces and nephews, hey, if it don't work out here, you can always come to Texas, get a new start, breathe a little bit. How did you feel once you landed here? What was your expectations versus where you were?
Well, I really didn't have no expectation. Like I said, when I got here, my thing was working,
You
getting.
do. This brother will work.
So
He will work.
yeah,
Okay.
so I got on with Metro. So I
Right.
started, driving for Metro, and I was like, hey, like you say, it's either make it or I'm gonna fake it.
That's it.
So I'm gonna make it, man. So got on with Metro, started driving on buses through the city, learned the city. Now I transition out to working in the building, working with my hands.
Absolutely. So I wouldn't dare not mention my sissy. So it's crazy how life works because you are married to my sissy, and she was
Facts.
one, if not my second friend that I've ever met when I moved here. And we've been like bro and sis to the point where if she ever say, bro, I love you, or sis, I love you, like that was always genuine. Like, what can I do for you?
Mm-hmm.
So all of a sudden, she was like, I met somebody. I'm like, well, who? Oh, his name is E. Where you from? St. Louis? Nope. Answer. The first thing I said was nope, nope. St. Louis? Nah. But I am so glad that I didn't interfere. Not like she would let me, but I'm so glad that we had that talk when we first met.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? You were very upfront. You were very intentional, and I appreciate that. And since you all have been together, I've noticed a change in her. I've noticed a change in you. How does it feel like to know that the blessing of stressing of losing your livelihood and leaving, and you start this whole new life? How has that been for you,
Oh man,
mentally, emotionally, and more?
man, I'm gonna tell you like this. With my wife on my back, I ain't falling, man, cause she always got me.
I'm just saying. Say that one more time.
With my wife on my back, I ain't falling, man. She always holding me up, and I'm holding her up.
Yeah.
You know, it's us against the world, man.
And that's coming from a strong man and a strong woman, because I don't play no games with her. I don't. She says what she means, mean what she said, but it says a lot about you, because I believe, and I've never been married, but it seems like when you marry a woman, you are authentically being submissive to somebody else's feelings, emotions.
Oh
And
yeah,
most men don't understand what submission looks like because of what we've been taught by other people in their version of submission, or what they want to see is in the Bible. But submission is love. If you treat your woman like the church, and also for her to be able to listen to you, because I've been there when she prayed, been there when she cried, been there when she was upset before you.
hmm
And it seems like the way she protects you, Boy, you better not. You better bring him some cold water with ice cubes, or she will tear this joint down.
Man, we protect each other, man.
Yeah,
I always tell I always tell anybody, the Bible say the man is the head of the house, the head of the castle. But I look at it like this, man. My wife walked beside me, not behind me,
absolutely,
because a great kingdom always has a great queen beside them,
absolutely,
and my kingdom is great because of my queen. Because
absolutely.
you know what I don't see, she gon' see.
And she gonna let you know.
So she ain't feeling she not finna let me fall in a pit.
Yeah,
She gonna give me those she gonna give me those little nibbits to hey, there's a hole coming up. So we always got each other back. We both each other eyes, man. I see things, I talk to her about it.
mm-hmm.
She see things, she'll tell me about it. Sometimes we don't want to listen to each other. Be like,
That's
all
just
right,
being human, though.
right. But when it all boils down, especially like me, I do it the way I want to do it. She like, I told you to do it this way. Yeah, you was right. You was right. And sometimes, man, we
And
got
vice versa.
sometimes as men, we gotta admit when we wrong, man.
Absolutely.
Or when we don't have it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody expect us to have it all. We don't, man. We, like I told you in the meeting, man, it's okay not to be okay sometimes.
Absolutely.
But the question is when you ain't okay, who checking on you?
Absolutely. And that's what it's coming down to, and that's what I'm leading to. And shout out to Dr. Sneed in the house and actually the church that they have these meetings at. So how did that come about? Did you talk to her? And just give us a little insight about how the program started and who Miss Sneed is for you, besides the person marrying people. Because I'm scared. I ain't scared of her so much no more, but I'll be talking.
Yeah, Dr. Sneed, she's a pastor, Christian counselor, administrator. Man, that lady have a bunch of hats on.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that came about, man, she did our marriage counseling before, we got married. And a couple of times after,
Yeah.
did some counseling with her, and she said she was starting up a church. I'm like, hey, my first day was, I don't do church. I'm a spiritual guy, but I don't do church.
Right.
Because got burnt by the churches growing up. So I'm like, I talk to God the way I talk to God.
Right.
And getting around her, I felt comfortable, So I was like, let me see what she's talking about.
Yeah.
So as time went on, as she got things established, we was good, man. And one day after church, I told her, I say, this is what I want to do. She's like, never tell me what you want to do.
Oh man, what's her quote that she says?
She is the purpose pusher.
The purpose pusher.
She say, never tell me what you want to do, because I'm gonna push you to do what you want to do.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, she said, give me a date that you want to do this. My doors are open. I'm not in charging you anything. My doors are open. And when I told her what it was and what I wanted to do, what it was about, she was like, yeah, I feel you on that one.
Yeah.
Our men need these talks.
Absolutely. I'm encouraged for it. And the thing about it is, and if men are listening, it's 2 things or 3 things that you said that was so important. Number 1, you said you dealt with God directly. You were spiritual because you have been hurt in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to understand that my job is not to force church down your throat. It's to tell you what God has done for me and where I met him at. Secondly, understand sometimes people who are spiritual is because they've been hurt by a church or something has taken place to make them not want to be within the body of the church, but they still have God on their mind no matter what they're doing. And I always feel like the biggest thug or the biggest killer or whatever the case might be, either you don't believe at all, but if you believe a little bit, that eats at you even more.
Right, right.
And the second thing that I would like to say and that stood out to me is how God works. And shout out to Dr. Sneed, because you're looking at a man who is hardworking, traditional, old fashioned, low key, all of those things. But when God moves on your heart and when things take place, Dr. Sneed is, I grew up where it was nothing but men
Right, right, right.
in the church, leading the
Mhm.
church and more,
Right.
but for her to be able to speak to your heart and you'd be like, you know what, I'm safe here and I can build here.
Right.
That speaks volumes for the person that you are and their growth, and that you feel safe within yourself to be in comfort's hands instead of feeling you got to do it all your own.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes old traditions fade out, and sometimes we have to embrace the new.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my thing is, out with the old, in with the new.
Absolutely. So, tell us about the program. I don't know if you want to call it a program. I think it's cool. When I first saw it, and the dates got mixed up, and then the wife
we
was
had-
like, "You need to, you better be." Yes, ma'am. Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
Man, the first one, we had a little mix up on the date because
It's all good.
Doc, she wants to be there, so she was like, especially the first one, she was like, I want to be there for your first one at least.
Absolutely.
And I was like, okay, so
So give us
I'm
the name
flexible.
again. Yeah, give us the name. Tell us what your initiative is. Talk to us, man. The floor is yours.
yeah, man. But I'm gonna hit you with something that you never responded to
Ooh.
from the meeting.
Okay.
But
okay.
nah, man, like to say, the initiative is, man, mental health, helping a man survive these crazy world, man, because society ain't playing with us. And if we sit up here and fall to society, we fall into the devil, man.
Yeah.
So just trying to give people the ammunition to fight the good fight.
Mm-hmm.
And the good fight is fighting with God, not against God.
Mm-hmm. That's true, because mentor and me, mine once said, our flesh want nothing to do with God. It's all right in the world.
Mm-hmm.
The world has everything the flesh need, but it's your soul that means the most. And we talk about everything from life, what it is to be a man, what it is we deal with marriages. We had questions about just building, feeling like you're still relevant when you take an L,
Mm-hmm.
and understand what can I learn from that L to keep pushing.
Right, right.
That's a huge thing that I see in today's time. That's a huge thing that I struggle and deal with myself.
Like I said, the question I got for you that you never answered.
Oh man, hold on. All right, I'm ready. Either I'm gonna tell the truth or I'm gonna lie, but I'm gonna tell the truth. Let's
All right,
go.
man. Remember I asked you. I said we have a relationship with people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what is your relationship with yourself?
Oh, that question.
Yeah.
I don't think I got a chance to answer that though.
Nah, you sat over there and pondered on it, but I
Okay.
think you never said it.
So how do I feel about myself? Is that the question?
What is the relationship with yourself? How do you see yourself
Okay.
mentally?
Mentally, I see myself as a person who has great potential, great expectations, but the delivery, the execution sometimes falls off due to how I feel in my depressive states that I've been in. I'm very much a person that I can do anything for anybody. Just like that, I can find it. I can rip and run. I can find it. I can help you. I can assist you. I can uplift you. But when it comes to do something for myself, such as working out, to look for and obtain the jobs that I know I'm qualified for, sometimes it's just like I don't have that umph. And my ex-roommate told me a long time ago, you can learn about yourself when you're alone with four walls around you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like I'm in the season of repetitious, building, challenging myself. I realize I'm a man that needs a schedule. I need a schedule to either pray, to eat, to exercise, and more. And that's what makes me feel bigger. It makes me feel healthier and clean. I have my blue days where sometimes, bro, I just sit there and I ponder life. The coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That digs me up. Being about to be 48, I'm embracing my age, so I'm not in a midlife crisis. But this is truly on my heart. I'm like, damn, do I want kids? I've always wanted kids my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And I was okay with not having kids, but in my mind, I'm like, I think I want kids. And it's not like, oh, let me just throw this out there so my bloodline to live. No, I believe it's my calling. So now I have that pressure of, okay, well, if this is the case, you ain't getting no younger, brother. And that's where I've been. And also, I battle with going back to church because I don't know why we lie to God because he's all knowing. But it's just like, I just be feeling so weird sometimes. And I love my church. Shout out to Blake Wilson. But I just have those, I can definitely tell my life from 2015, before I met you, when your wife was almost in tears of me getting baptized because I rededicated myself, and how hard I went in the paint.
Mm-hmm.
Just 11 years later, being away, it's a void. I feel like it's a void
Okay.
in my life. I feel it's a shift. I want to be able to feed me instead of feeding everybody else. I want to be able to fill my cup, and I want to feel safe again to allow people to pour into me instead of me saying, no, I got you. So that's kind of where I am right now.
Got you. So that's why you need to come out September the 5th.
What's that date again?
September the 5th.
Where you going to find it at located?
Yeah.
And what's the name of where it's going to be at?
KCCH. Oh, man.
Sorry, you can look it up when you get there. Now, again, when I did show up, I didn't know what to expect. One thing I can say, it's truly a meeting. Dr. Sneed, she'll come in, she may lead in prayer the first time I came, and then she leaves and she does her own thing. She truly allows men to have the floor. Like I said, it was about 8 of us.
Yeah.
And it was just people from different backgrounds, different places. What started as a tight-lipped conversation, like you're walking back out of a Western movie and you got to walk, like my old coach said, you got to walk out the bar through the swinging doors facing everybody. But by the end of it, it was more or less like, dang, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for sharing.
Man, I'm just trying to get a brotherhood going. You know, we family. You know, we not strangers, man. We family. And, you know, that's what I want. You know, I want us to be family. You know, when you're not having a great day, you could call one of us in the group.
I'll be having blue days.
Hey, then that's what I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
That's what we trying to get away from. You know, when you having those bad days, you can reach out to somebody. You ain't got to reach out to me, but you can reach out to one of us in here. Hey, man, today is not a good day. Hey, my brother, what's going on with you?
Yeah.
You know, if we got somebody to talk to, we ain't out here mad at the world causing all havoc.
Yeah.
Because if you notice, man, most men that out here causing havoc, they mentally disturbed, man.
And idle hands, too much
mad.
Time, and don't know how to let it go.
Right. They mad.
And then I get mad at myself because I don't tell people. Because then sometimes people will call me and be like, well, why didn't you say? And I'm like, that's a whole nother thing. Like, I'm mad at myself saying I tell people to open their mouth, but I'm not using my words.
Facts.
That's crazy
Facts.
work.
Cause I do the same thing, man. Hey, I'm guilty. I'm guilty too, man. I'm guilty too. I got a wife at home, but sometimes I'm like, babe, I don't even want to burden you with what I'm going through or what I'm feeling. But sometimes you gotta open up, man. If I don't want to tell her, hey, I hit one of y'all. Like, hey, man, one of y'all busy. I just need to chit chat for a minute.
And that's it,
and
brother.
Vice versa. Hey, I didn't have people call me. Hey, man, you got a minute? What you got? Blase going on. You know.
I understand.
And the killer part about it, man, a lot of time when I tell people stuff, it ain't me talking.
It's God talk.
It's God talking.
Come on, God talk.
It
That's
ain't
dope.
me. And I got, like I told Brother Craig called me. I'm like, bruh, that wasn't even me talking that time.
Yeah.
That was God talking through me.
Yeah.
He wanted you to hear something, and he spoke it, because I would have never thought of that.
And that's crazy sometimes when God have a calling on your life and proper placement, the words that are spoken. And that's the thing that I always say about God. The
He's always on
coldest
time.
weapon that God has is that God sees nothing but your heart.
Mm-hmm.
How dope would the world be if you can see people's heart in order to continue a relationship, to
Right, right.
build, to trust? So no matter what we do and we put on this facade and everything is fine, but your blood pressure's high and you're stressed, and or women are going through this and that, and you're like, oh, I feel like I need to maintain this household, but I can't. But how do I let her know that I can, or I don't have it together, and you're screaming internally.
Mm-hmm.
We still continue with our everyday lives, and we're not putting our seatbelt on to be able to help everybody else around. And if you don't feel safe within yourself, you're already in a bad situation.
I always ask this question: how can you lead if you misled?
Fake it till you make it and make it worse.
But right, that's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna say. You gonna make it worse.
Mm-hmm.
If you running around with no guidance, and you trying to get somebody else guidance, you sending them the wrong
You
way.
throwing water on grease
Nah,
because you don't know what
you
to put
throwing
on it.
gasoline into a fire
You know what I'm
already.
saying? It's you throwing that water on that grease. It's gonna get better. It's getting bigger. It's gonna
Right.
spread. But you thinking this water is what no. It's certain things that you need. It
Mm-hmm.
is certain healings. It is certain places you're supposed to be.
Right, right.
And I'm not the biggest Bible person, even though I do. Well, I ain't gonna lie. Mr. Charles, he was like the Book of Eli. Everything happens for a reason since moving here.
Mm-hmm.
But what I will say is, I always use a reference. The ram is always going to be in the bush.
Right, right.
You just have to do the correct steps for it to reveal himself at the
Mm-hmm.
correct time in your life. And I'm learning that more. I fall short of the glory as far as the way I treat people, the way I talk to people. I'm very communicative sometimes in what I say, but when I get quiet, I get quiet. And I would rather self-sabotage or just respectfully decline friendships and more, because if I feel like I'm not at peace, if things feel weird in my life, I try not to spill over or bleed on other people. Um, your meeting, and I'm sorry, I'm getting back to the
No,
pivoting
no,
to the
you
meeting.
cool.
So you had the second meeting. I missed that one.
Yeah, yeah.
The third one is coming up. What is your goal as far as how big do you want it to be, or is it just God's work to invite as many people? Are you open to have people come through as far as invite other men? What does that look like for you?
Man, I'm open for all walks, all men to come through, sit down, eat. I tell people we gonna eat. That's what we gonna eat, because my thing is, when we sit down, we feed each other knowledge. I want to give folks as much knowledge as I can, so they can go out here and give somebody else the knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Reach one, teach one. That's what I want to do. But at the same time, we as brothers, we stand arm in arm, locked and loaded, ready to fight the world together
Mm-hmm.
and not against each other. But the main thing is, we gotta have that knowledge, man.
Yeah.
We gotta have that knowledge. We gotta have the knowledge to know how to survive in the way society trying to play us.
And that's true. I believe like the group will expose your greatness. So please understand that when you come, it's not I feel and drag you down. No. You find out what your strengths are.
Mm-hmm.
What you feel is a low thing. Somebody else might be like, brother, that's what I've been looking at. Just like Thomas. Thomas cracks me up. In my mind, Thomas is a Dominican brother. Hey, papi, hey, papi, hey, papi. Adjust my hat. And then Craig's more laid back and you just be chilling. But, I mean, I said all that to say this. This isn't an attempt to have you join that particular church.
No.
This is a church that is doing what God has led and opened up for a community to be able to assist,
Right.
to have a sound mind, to be able to be vulnerable. Because my basketball coach once told me, women go to church and men follow.
Yeah.
So in this situation, you want to have a sound mind where no matter if you're going to church or if you choose to do church at home, but you're still whole.
Right.
And I think in these times, even dealing with the youth, especially sowing seeds into young men that we want to see be fathers,
Right.
that we want to date daughters, it is so important that we do plant the seeds now. So is there an age limit to what we're doing, or
Young adults to
probably around 15 or something is
Yeah.
the youngest because they can comprehend what's being put up?
15.
Okay. Is there anything you want to know, want us to know about where they can find the information or anything of that nature? I'm gonna make a flyer.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take the one that we got and I'm gonna add it on here and put it out there. But
appreciate it.
let me see what else I can ask. Let me ask this: how are you doing today, brother? I didn't even ask that. I normally always ask just how you doing because you had a long drive to get here.
Oh man, I ain't gonna even hold you, man. I ain't gonna even hold you. I've been all over the place, man.
As usual, you never drive a straight line. It's always crooked.
Yeah.
It's always horizontal. And
This time it was a circle, baby. it was a circle. Because I had made plans to do something with another partner of mine. So I was like, all right, I'm going to come out, hang out with you for a sec.
Yeah.
Circle back, go home, do what I got to do at home, swing back, take care of you. When I leave here, got somewhere else to be.
Absolutely. And that's the way you be running. So that's why I said I just want to truly, I appreciate you for even coming because I know y'all be on the move and in your downtown, y'all work so hard. You deserve
But like I always
to relax.
told you, man, whenever you need me, I'm there for you.
Yeah, and I need to, you know me. We just discussed it, you know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right,
I be like, And number 2, let me know when football see. I'm trying to tailgate again. I'm coming to your tailgate to make sure that I got a place to sit and get things. But if they get started, because I know football is one of your joys a little bit.
Yeah, man. That was one of the little pastime just to get away from the norm and just relax, kick back, fellowship with other folks that enjoying football. You ain't even gotta be a Texan fan. You just out there kicking it, man.
I'm there to eat. I ain't gonna hold you. I'll be there to eat and have a few little.
So
that's a good question. So let me ask you this, because I think this will help somebody who's on the tipping point about ever making a jump to another city. We always talk about our day ones that we have in our life that knows us front and back until whatever time. How do you feel about the move and when you meet your day twos, meaning people that meet you where you are now, and they push you going forward, and it's somebody that you never would know, people that you never would know would be in your life, but now they're here,
right?
Because you chose to take the leap of faith to move. How does that feel for you, or how do you put that in words to convince somebody who's kind of like, because you can always go home, but it's that first initial jump. What would you say about that?
I just tell you like this: nothing is never a coincidence. It's always a purpose. Your steps are already ordered. You just don't know which way you're supposed to walk until you walk it. So this right here, like we said, it's one of them things like, I'm going to do this, but God, you got to lead me.
Absolutely. Because I felt like I was falling apart at some
like
times.
God, take the steering wheel, take the gas pedal, take the brake, take everything.
I can't get home
just
when
drive
I
the
need
whole
to.
Car.
Yeah. And that's how I felt because, man, I can't tell you how many times I've cried silently in the last year alone, just thinking of the evolution. But having my day two say, hey, you've been here. You're doing better than some people that have that's from here.
Facts.
Like this is who you are, even if you don't see it. You know, my day twos remind me to give myself grace. They remind me to breathe.
Got to.
They be on my ass. I'm sorry, this is a podcast. They be on my ass sometimes too, and they huffing and puffing like, when you gonna do it? You know, that accountability comes in with the day twos because I've met them. I've said, this is what I want, and they're like, okay, well, let's go.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I just talked to a friend and I told her, I said, I don't know what my life would be if I was still in Kansas City the last 15 years. I have no idea because I've been here and I still wake up sometimes and thank God, like, I can't believe I moved because when you're from where we're from,
Right.
you never leave.
No, no. And that's what I've been fighting with my son about. Like, son, get out, see the world, get
Yeah.
out of there, get
Yeah.
out of there. You know.
I mean, like I said, and I feel like, and this is just an old thing that I say, sometimes no matter what you do when you go home, you're going to be E. No matter what I do when I go home, I'm J.
Right.
However, where I am right now, I could be the biggest star. It's going to take people to see the work that you do and how it really involves with you for sometimes people to be like, okay, well, let me visit. Well, let me at least throw a job opportunity out there. And I just pray that for whatever reasons, and I love the Lou, whatever the case might be in your personal reasons, that whatever your conversations are like, that for him to know that if he wants to come, he's not alone.
Right.
But he's not going to be talked. I mean, it's different variations. A father and son relationship is different. I'm that uncle that's like, are you sure? He can roll with me. I'm just saying, he going to see a lot. We going to be outside and we going to chill. We going to eat good. I'm going to show you what you want to show, but I'm also going to talk to you along the way. So I just pray for anybody that's, if it's truly in your heart to make decisions, take advice from people, make sure it's the right crowd. If you're in the Houston location or even if you're visiting with friends, as a man, young man, even an elder, we would love to hear your viewpoints and just give knowledge and sharpen iron, because this group that's taking place, it's free 99 to get in, but I mean, you're gonna leave with a check, you're gonna leave with some blessings, you're gonna leave full.
Right. Right.
So is there anybody you want to shout out, or is there anything you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, I want to elaborate on what you put in the chat, that that skit you put in the chat.
All the conversations and stuff.
Yeah. The one that you say, what are you? Who are you when you're not
A man's
needed?
value when you're not needed.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We discussed that last meeting, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we did, and we had some interesting points about it. You know, we did have some interesting points, but I took it as like this: even if I'm not needed by this person, I'm gonna always be needed somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Paying
it forward.
As a man, you're gonna always be needed in some capacity. It may not be in a capacity that you think, but you're gonna always be needed.
Absolutely.
If it ain't nothing but just a quick word to somebody, you know.
Absolutely. And that's why I believe in paying things forward, and also not staying too long for somebody that's not going to be there. I can always turn the block for you, and you know you can always find me, but I've truly gained the mentality of, you know, what's not for you right now, it may be later.
True.
But let me go ahead and give this information to the person that's actually asking, they're yelling, I need this information. I can stay with you. I can let you know where I'm going to be, and I can give you my phone number. But I'm going to have to make this step over here because this person is ready right now to receive.
Right.
I'll send you an email. I'll send you a text. Now, I can't force you to, but, I mean, I think that's a big thing that I've, not only in your group, but just in life, you know, these crazy conversations with social media and these open-ended questions about a man's value is only financially. It's always something to a man's value in dealing with relationships or even the way they look at themselves. And that's why I'm glad that, you know, no matter if I was there or not, the first conversation, the first meeting set the tone for me to say, okay, this is a safe spot. And let me add something. Let me just throw this out there. Even if it's no such thing as a dumb question. If you throw it out there, you never know that your bait might just drop in the water and you onto a whole nother conversation. So that's the type of group that we're dealing with. This is the type of men that we're talking about. And I think your wives would understand, you know, go home and conversate if you can, if you feel safe enough. You know, this isn't just, oh, let me put this in my heart as a man. No, Conversate with your wives. Conversate with your girlfriends.
In fact,
Apologize to your ex-wives. Apologize to somebody who, after you get it, if it's on your heart, be like, I was wrong. Or even if you know it's right, it ain't to throw it in somebody's face. But what you do with this knowledge is not internally for you. It's for you to pass it off to somebody else, I feel.
that's like a question ran through my head a while back. If you don't feel, if you go home right now and tell your significant other, I don't feel comfortable being able to be vulnerable with you, what kind of reaction is that woman gonna give you?
It depends on what the work you've done
But
before
but
or you
that's
have
what. But
not
I'm
done.
just saying. But what's the reaction that woman? Because
Some of them might feel hurt. Some of them might feel angry. Some of them may be blindsided because this isn't a conversation. It's probably something they may have been asked, babe, are you okay? How are you doing? Nah, I'm good. Babe, I'm good. Or, nah, everything's cool. So it all depends. And I was just on a podcast before when somebody was like, some women would be like, tell me the truth. I don't care. Just tell me the truth. And when you tell them, it's over. Now you in hot water for giving them what they're asking for.
yeah,
And I'm sure vice versa.
I
But
mean, a lot of times, we want the truth, but we really don't want the truth.
mhm.
It's like, do you really want? I was asked that question a while back by
Mhm.
ex of mine to tell me how I saw them, and I
Mhm.
asked them 3 times.
Are you sure?
Are you ready? Are you sure you want me to actually tell you
Uh-huh.
how I feel?
Mhm.
And each time they said yes. And when I started running it down to them, the you saw it in their face like, no, he didn't just say that. Well,
Mhm.
you asked me to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
And I ain't going to tell you no lie.
Pet peeve of mine. Don't ask me a question if you don't want to know an answer.
So
For the most part.
that's how it went.
Hey, that's right on the right on. So shoot, I ain't gonna be before you long here, but this is your open floor opportunity. Is there anybody that you would like to thank, give a shout out to, anything? Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
First and foremost, my wife for
You see
putting
how
up
high
with
his
me.
voice in? My wife. That's how you know.
My wife, man, for putting up with me.
Yeah.
It ain't no walk in the park every day.
Yeah.
And then I want to say thank you to you, man.
There's no problem at all, bro.
Thank you for doing what you doing. Because this ain't for everybody, and everybody don't have the capability to do this. So I just want to thank you for doing your thing, man.
No, I appreciate it, man. I don't be looking for nothing. I'm doing this because
Hey,
it's
we
on
never
my
do.
part.
We never do. But like we say, man, as we walk on this land, man, we got to give each other our flowers while we're alive.
Absolutely. I would agree.
And then, Dr. Sneeze, for pushing me to do what I want to do.
What's her quote?
The purpose pusher,
The
man.
purpose pusher.
Pusher.
I knew I was
She
in
gon-
trouble when she said I'm a purpose pusher,
Yeah,
but I love it.
yeah. She gonna
I'm not scared of her no
challenge
more.
you to
I used
do.
to be scared, but I'm not scared of her no more. I see the light in her,
She
and I
gonna
can see
challenge
the
you.
excitement in her eyes. So, yeah, I can dig that.
And then family and friends that my extended family, because like I say, I'm down by myself.
Yeah,
So my wife family took me in from day one, like they've been knowing me for years.
mm-hmm.
So I'm very appreciative of my extended family, man.
yeah, that's super dope, man. Well, I always ask this question. Is there any point of your life that you feel, and I always ask, what is your 3%? And it's something that might have occurred in your life, good, bad, or whatever, that actually put you towards the right trajectory to become who you are now, or the reason why you're not who you used to be. Just give me one thing that literally got you to where you are now, sitting here in sound mind and feeling the way you feel.
like I've been saying all along, God, man. God is what put me where I'm at. Because, like I say, it's some things God done kept me from. It's some things, it's some, like I say, man,
There's some
it's
things
God.
God ain't told the world.
Right,
He
right.
ain't told your dirt.
Right, man. Like I
Yeah.
say, if I told you the whole story of my life, man, you'd be like, yeah, God's with you.
Mm-hmm.
Because either I'll be 6 feet deep
Yeah,
or incarcerated somewhere.
I can dig that. I'm familiar with it. For real. Guilty by association, no matter in dealing with me or just being foolish, giving
Right,
up and
right.
weak mind and just falling, you jump off a bridge, I'm going to jump off a bridge too. So I definitely can dig that. Well, I'll tell you what, brother-in-law, man, I truly appreciate you gracing me with your presence. I know now you're doing a circle, so it ain't zigzag. But again, I just want to give you a props for doing what you do,
Man,
for
I'm just trying
setting
to
up
help
that.
another brother.
I appreciate you for loving my sissy the way you do.
Always.
That truly means a lot to me, to have you pour into her and to actually see her body and nervous system relax.
Yeah, man.
You never know what joy looks like until
That's
you
one
find
hard-working
joy.
woman, man.
She is.
I think she poured Jamaican money.
She got to be mine. She too close. They Floridians.
Yeah, man.
She got a little Jamaican, man, Haitian,
Yeah.
something. But I mean, it's just. But that's what you need. Like, who would have ever thought that you would meet somebody to work as hard as you? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all go-getters, and that's what works for you all.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I thank God about, because, obedience is one thing that we don't want. Obedience to a man is like submission to a woman. That's a hard word to swallow. It's a hard word to swallow.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? When we feel that we can steer the ship all by ourselves with no navigation, faking like we looking at the sun going the right way, and we will paddle and paddle and paddle and paddle and paddle.
And crash into a rock.
That's it. But with God, I feel like a lot of things are possible, and that's where I am. That's why I asked that, because I feel you. God is really a key to my heart right now. I'm struggling, but I know I'm being foolish. You know what I'm saying? My mentor always just asks, "How you treating God today?" Horrible. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Where you want me to start?
But he's a forgiving God. He give you grace, because if he didn't give grace, you wouldn't be sitting here today.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, this is going to be another episode of the 3% Show. You do have the right to come here. Why don't you tell us where their location is? You can take your time and bring it up on the phone. I'm extending this to my male friends or young men. I will be at the next meeting. I missed the last one. I wasn't feeling too well and I had a lot going on. So go ahead and give us that information, and I will include it in the preview that I'm going to drop on Instagram, on TikTok. I deactivated my Facebook time because it was time. But go ahead and give us that information, brother.
It's 14655 Northwest Freeway, Suite 137A.
And what's the name of the church?
It's KCCH.
All right. And what's the name of the group? So the
Kingdom Celebration Center of Houston.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, Mr. E, I think this is a wrap. I appreciate it. I utilized an hour of your time, and it didn't even feel like an hour so far, but I truly appreciate you always, man, all right?
Always, man.
Yes, sir.